Hey, good Thursday morning, everybody, and welcome to beautiful Surfside, California. Over here is Seal Beach, over here is Huntington Beach, and it is a beautiful morning. Does that surf look a little weird to you this morning? Like it's very sandy? They're pumping all kinds of sand here on the beach right now, and everybody's working full speed because the erosion has taken so much of the beach away. They are going to rectify that in the coming months. In fact, to get to the water's edge in February, I'll have to walk out another 200 yards. Really amazing, remarkable. So we'll be watching that for you very, very closely. We appreciate you spending time with us here on the Friedman Adventures channel, and would appreciate you if you would subscribe. That would be great. Also, if you could give us a like, that means the world to us. Sharing these videos is a big, big, big plus for all of us. And if you tick the bell, you'll be notified when there's new comments. So keep that in mind. And also, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, Apple Podcast, and Spotify. Really great to have you all with us. Can't thank you enough for the past year. We are now well over 4 million views. In fact, 4,250,000 plus views. 10 million views if you combine our social media, and I owe that all to you. That is one heck of a Christmas present you've given to us here at Friedman Adventures. Don't forget, December the 2nd, the Redondo Beach Rod and Gun Club is our Christmas party, and we would love to see you there. Just send me a text if you're going to attend. It's going to be a lot of fun. Got a great meal for you. Really great people to sit around and chat with, like Danny Cadota, like Sam De La Torre, like Bart and Jenny Hall, and so many others. It's just going to be a great time to get together, bring in the holiday season, as well as reminisce about some great fishing in the past. Really going to be fun. We'll see you this Saturday, 3 to 8 p.m. All right, let's get into it, and we'll start you out down in Cabo San Lucas, where Rudy Morgan and Sean Morgan, father and son, run yachts down there. And they say the marlin bite has been outstanding. There's a little bit of blue marlin around, a lot of stripers around. There's yellowfin tuna and dorado. Cabo San Lucas heading in to Christmas with some outstanding fishing. No question about that. We'll move you up the coast and get you to Ensenada, which is 70 miles down below the Mexican-American border. And we continue to see big bonita biting down there. Like the old days, man, this kind of late fall, winter time bonita fishing. You can troll like an albacore style feather or any other kind of jig behind the boat around Todos Santos, around the rugged Baja coast there, Punta Banda, and you'll come up with some of these big boneheads, man. That is fun stuff. And if you take good care of that, I'm telling you right now, you are going to have some of the best sashimi you could ever imagine. You know, I forgot part of our ritual here. What's wrong with me? You know what time it is. It's time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. The heck's going on? Hey, it does give me a chance also to let you know a new video just dropped this morning. The life and times of yours truly. And I'm thrilled about the video because my son Patrick interviewed me, and we just put that up. And Patrick has become such a professional, along with his brother over there at Bass Bros. Subscribe to that channel today, Bass Bros. You're going to love it, and that new video has dropped. You can check it out. There's a part 1. This is part 2. If you go to the Facebook page, Friedman Adventures, you'll see part 1 and part 2, and you can click on them and watch them. I thoroughly hope you enjoy that on this gorgeous, beautiful sunrise here in Surfside. Just starting to happen. A full moon here, and a gorgeous, beautiful, gorgeous sunrise here this morning. So really good stuff. All right, back to Ensenada, where there remains some really good rock fishing. Well, along with that big bonita, that is all good stuff. All right, we're still south of the border, but now we're on long-range boats out of San Diego. And the bite down there, you know, several hundred miles down the Baja coast. These are 8 to 11-day trips. And some people I still run into, they go, man, 8 days on a boat, 11 days on a boat. I don't think I could do that. You haven't fished long range. The food, the accommodations, the fishing, it's all great. And some people, you know, get up in age a little bit and they're like, man, that's hardcore. 8 days of just fish, fish, fish. man, you can kick back in the galley and watch a movie if you like. If you're hardcore and you want to put it to it, like Lorenzo and his dad, James, who were on our 5-day trip, you can be out there on deck until the sun sets and fish after the sun sets in many cases. Long-range fishing is fantastic. Great trips going on right now. Kenny Dean is on the American Angler with a nice hoot. There's some excellent fishing going on for Tommy Miles on board the Royal Polaris, and Jim Oldham, he's out there also on the RP. They had great Dorado fishing, all you could possibly want on the flatheads. So the Dorado and the Wahoo and the Yellowtail and the Yellowfin tuna and the grouper and so much more. That's the name of the game. In long-range fishing out of San Diego in the fall, it is variety. It is tremendous service. It's great fishing. I don't know how you can beat it, man. If you haven't done one of those trips, you owe it to yourself to try. We have an 8-day trip next year on the Independence that sold out so fast, it was mind-boggling. So we're all full on 2024 in November already. And my thanks to all of you who signed up, to all of you who were on our 5-day trip, man. You guys are absolutely fantastic. And on our Christmas party this Saturday, if you are a Patreon member, don't forget, my friends, you are free. Bring a guest, and food and everything's on us. You still need to RSVP, so I know you are coming. I need to know that. Now, parking over there, by the way, listen, if you're coming to the Christmas party, right around the corner, there's a swim club, like 2 houses down from the Rod and Gun Club. And we've already got their approval. You can park there. So that's where you're going to park, okay, at the swim club. Please keep that in mind. We'll run out there and help you out if you have any trouble. Remember, though, I probably will be live streaming this event, so I won't be able to answer you. I'll be busy doing that. So remember, the swim club next door, that's where you can get that all done. All right. And by the way, I'll tell you right now that we've got so much food and so many people who have helped out. Yesterday, we were decorating. I hardly did anything. It's the volunteers that did so much. I can't thank them enough. I'll introduce you to them at the Christmas party. But thank you all for everything you're doing for Friedman Adventures. Hey, in the show description is a link to our GoFundMe page. We need to get funds to send all the items we've collected here recently down to Mexico. If you could contribute anything at all, it would be deeply appreciated. Just go to the show description. Right up at the top, there's a GoFundMe link, and that would help us a great deal. Thank you for doing that. All right, back to what's going on. We got to talk about our bluefin tuna out there in San Diego. Yeah, man, I think my surf fishing shot. Look at that sandy beach right now, but that's okay. It's going to improve things in the long run. So, once again, where was I? Oh, yeah, offshore, bluefin tuna. You can forget about it for a couple of days because we've got some weather. It's just starting to kick up out there. We've got 10 to 12 knots, a little bit of gusts to 15 out there on Tanner Bank. It's going to blow up even worse here this evening. The good news is if you're planning on going out there this weekend, it's going to go back to flat, calm, and gorgeous. It should be really beautiful for this weekend. But right now, it is plain nasty out there. It's getting nasty and going to get very, very nasty here this evening into tomorrow. So we're going to have some weather out there in that neck of the woods. And that's Tanner Bank area. If you're talking about like the 43 fathom spot, which is closer to home, it's going to get nasty there for mostly tonight into tomorrow a little bit and then lay down for, again, the weekend. It's going to be really nice weather this weekend. So that is great news. And hopefully we'll continue to head in the right direction on that bluefin tuna. I don't think it's over by a long shot. We've had some slow fishing. Perhaps that big, bright, full moon, we get under the influence of that, and our bluefin tuna doesn't like to bite. I was saying it's going to rebound around Thursday, but that's just not in the cards now with the weather right now. I mean, it could rebound. Those things could go back on the bite, but nobody's going to know about it because it's just going to be too darn bumpy and rough. And are we done with the bluefin tuna for the year? Possibly. I know some guys are trying to get out on the weekend, and hopefully they will be able to do that. I don't think the bluefin are going anywhere. I think they're going to hang here. We've got all of this squid, market squid, up and down the Southern California coast right now. There's squid at the islands. There's squid in Huntington Beach, off Seal Beach, up in the Santa Monica Bay. And you can just go on and on and on and on. And that squid is a magnet. that brings predators in here, or I should say, holds some species of fish like the bluefin tuna. I don't see them going anywhere because they've got a food source here. McDonald's open 24 hours a day for those things. They can munch out on squid all day and all night long if they like. So I don't think that bluefin tuna is going anywhere. But for the next 48 hours, can kind of ride it out because of weather more than anything. On our islands, we're catching a few halibut out there at Catalina Island. Also really good rockfish up and down the coast. Occasional yellowtail, but mostly whitefish and sheep's head. You know, rockfish, that kind of a thing for the most part right now. We continue to see great Channel Island rock fishing going on up there. It has been spectacular. I mean, just to name a few guys, the Mirage with limits of rockfish, the Coral Sea out of Santa Barbara. They've been doing really, really well up there in Morro Bay. They've been doing good. Ventura sport fishing, the Endeavor is available for some rare open party trips. I say rare because Tucker McCombs is chartered all the time. So he's got some openings for you right now that you can jump on board the Endeavor with Tucker and have some fun. 805-676-3474. If you'd like to get on board the Endeavor here in December before the Southern California rockfish season closes down, which will be January the 1st. So get out here in December while you still have a chance. Up and down the coast, I'm talking 1/2 and 3/4 day boats, you still have an occasional bass bite, and somebody that took advantage of that is our dear friend Marcus Fain. He took his dad out, and you can see they had some sand bass. They grace the cover of the morning briefing for Friedman Adventures. They were on the new Del Mar up there out of Marina Del Rey sport fishing. The twilight fishing up there for big grumpy bass. Pretty darn good. You fish a little bit heavier line, a live squid, or even better, a fresh dead squid if you ask me. And man, that makes all the difference in the world. It's really good. You got to pull hard. You're in that structure. You're fishing with 25 to 40 pound. I like 40. If you can get a bite on the 40 pound, and most of the time on a fresh dead squid, it's not a problem. Do it and pull hard, man. You get a bite, you got to pull hard, because if you don't, they'll get you in that structure and they will saw you off. Father and son fishing. Marcus Fain with his dad. Beautiful stuff. Elsewhere, we see good rock fishing for boats from San Diego all the way up to the Channel Islands. Our local rockfish bite has been spectacular this year. A lot of times you're fishing that deep water, 300 feet or better, and it can be good on big quality rockfish. As I say, from San Diego up to Morro Bay. There's some great local fishing for you to take advantage of. We're going to get through some weather here. Most of that's going to be offshore. This local area, as you can see, doesn't look bad at all. It looks beautiful, as a matter of fact. So guys that are going to be fortunate enough to get out here today are going to have really some good rock fishing, I surmise. It looks like it could be really great. And once again, those things, colorful and really great eating. You can't go wrong with a day on the water. And you might just see a gray whale or two go by as the Southern California gray whale season is underway. Those whales moving from the Bering Sea down to the warm water lagoons of Baja California. Something to show the kids so they can experience a true spectacle of nature. I love whale watching. It is so much fun to get out on the water doing that. Surf fishing wise, hey, there was a sewage spill down there in Laguna, so they've closed the beaches from Laguna southward for a little ways down there in that neck of the woods. I think a ruptured pipe or something, and raw sewage poured into the water, so they're closed down in that neck of the woods. But south of there in the San Diego area, they're still catching some good barred perch, same thing down there around Huntington Beach. There's still some yellowfin croaker and occasional corvina still to be taken here in the surf. You can still do that here. I think we're done for a while with all this sand in the water. But as I say, in the long run, it's going to be really great for everybody. And the folks here, John, I may do an interview with somebody who's instrumental in this whole project. John, right up here, who lives and has put his heart and soul into making this all happen. We'll keep you up to date on that. All right. Also, Richard Cayo, RK Toji, they've been surf fishing and doing pretty darn well also. So they've been able to pick off some small barred perch, some decent ones also. Here comes some more of the guys going by. Once again, we continue to see barb perch and corvina and other species. That water feels pretty darn warm. I picked off a nice halibut, perhaps the last surffish I'll catch here on this beach until February. I'm going to have to go prospecting in other areas. All right, my friends, once again, we have a beautiful morning here for you on Thursday morning. Saturday is the Christmas party. The offshore tuna thing is going to be out of the question here for a little while, but hopefully this weekend when the weather gets nice and calm, we'll get back to some really good fishing. And once again, it's a beautiful time of the year. Hey, good morning. It's a beautiful time of the year for giving. If you could jump into the show description, check out our GoFundMe page and donate anything at all. $5 will help sending more and more items down to beautiful Mexico for the Christmas season. All right, have a great one, my friends. As always, it's a pleasure. Don't forget that new show has already dropped. Patrick is such a professional along with his brother at Bass Bros. Go over there and subscribe this morning. And as always, I hope to see you really, really soon. Take care, my friends.